running late. And I can't find the thing I need. I'm trying my best to find it. Oh my god, am I that blind? Really? It was right on top of the paints that whole time. I've been looking for it all over. And you see my, this is my regulator with all the quick connects, and this is what I use for t-shirts. Just to have a quick little water trap and everything. And I just have all my quick connects, and I've been looking for this thing the whole time, and it's been sitting on top of the paint bottles, the Airbrush t-shirt paint bottles. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm that blind. Story of my life. Anyway, gonna make sure to clean this all off real quick, then we'll get started. It's kind of been sitting a little bit put away. I rinse these out and I just leave the bottles on there because the airbrush kind of works as a cap. But there's no paint in the airbrush. I rinse them out really good, let them dry. Then I just slap some paint bottles on there because it's a good way to just keep them stored. It's just hanging on the bottle rack. Cool. Oh, let me turn the sound down. There you go. So I can't believe it. I've been looking for that dang thing for the last like 10-15 minutes. And then I come and I'm like, okay, whatever, I gotta click live. Go live, and then I look over it and it's right there. Story of my life. So I didn't get a chance to clean anything off or anything. And I actually need to clean these off really good and do a good job when I'm done today. Getting all this stuff prepped up. So we might have something might happen with these, so. That is, I can't believe I'm that blind. I was looking for them the whole time and they were right there. Cool. So let me grab the airline. Bring that through. Oh my gosh, all I could do now is laugh about it because I was literally walking around looking for this big huge thing, right? It's not like it's a little thing I was looking for. Walking all over the shop. Where did I put it? Opening all the drawers, shelves. Mind you, I had already put this paint rack and stuff over here. I had already pulled it out of the cabinet and put it there, and to like get the paint ready. The airbrushes are there. Then I was like, I gotta connect them to some air, right? And I spent 15 minutes wandering around, and this thing was on top of the goddamn paint rack that whole time. Alrighty, let's cut some air. R.I.P. Here, let me actually do this. Alright. So now we got air. waste of time that was. So, gotta clean some of these off. So we'll be using a lot of them. We got some 90s themed shirts here and a pair of overalls. That's what this t-shirt order is. And I have some sanding to do later, so I just decided let's get these shirts done first before I go and get myself all dirty. What's up, everybody in the chat? I hope everybody's doing good. Everybody watching. Is my chat not working? I think my chat's not working. Hold on, let me. If I hit refresh, what's gonna happen? Can we do it this way? Oh, there it is. Okay, all right. It wasn't working. Here, I popped it out, so now I could actually see. Oh, that's so much better. What's up, Air Todd? What's up, Break a Leg? What's up, Tech Grind? There you go. My chat was not working. This chat actually keeps the chat too. That's cool. I like YouTube so much more. So I could see all the messages. I don't think we need brown. Now, I don't know why these are actually that dusty. They're like super dusty because I used them like maybe a couple weeks ago. Not even that long ago. Not even a couple weeks. It's been maybe like a week. And I know I used them. They're just like covered in dust. That's alright. Just give them a good wipe. It's like really loose dust, so it must have been something when I was cleaning or something. I probably put the air and it fucking just made all the dust go in there. So most of the time the thing you lose is directly in front of you. Yeah, for sure. Hannah's man, what's up, bro? Props from Albuquerque, Mexico. Right on. Thank you, sir. Albuquerque, right on. That's not too far from here. You want to hear my Albuquerque story? I've been to Albuquerque actually like once in my life, and it was horrible. Horrible experience. Not on any part of Albuquerque's fault. I think, I don't know, but it was not a time that I wanted to be stuck in Albuquerque. All right, there's my water bottle. So, when I was, I don't know, I was a teenager. I was maybe like 17, 18, something like that. Probably like 17. I don't think I was even 18 yet. So, I don't know. I don't remember the situation, but I remember I was leaving from Denver to go back to El Paso, and I had my car loaded with stuff, right? And I think I had left El Paso to go to Denver, and then I was just like, I don't know, I'm really homesick. I want to go back. You know, I don't see what the difference is. Blah blah blah. I ended up deciding to go back. Anyway, I had a Plymouth Laser, a 2.0 Plymouth Laser, right? And it was a good running car, and actually I had spent some money trying to get it going good, and it drove me all the way to Denver. But then on the drive back, like 3 or 4 miles away from Albuquerque, it broke down. If I can just straight up flatline, blah. So I was like, oh shit. So I seen the signs, right? Albuquerque's coming up. What's up, Jason Batchelor? How's it going? So you know, I start walking down the road, and what was weird is that there was a person that I gave a ride to when I was driving, right? There was like a hitchhiker, and I was like, oh, I stopped, gave them no, their car was broke down, so I stopped and see if they needed help, and they were like, oh yeah, our car's completely fucked, can you take me to the gas station? So I took them to the gas station, right? And that was it. I put gas, and they were like, yeah, I'll try to find some help. Cool, whatever. I took off, kept going. Then my car breaks down, and then as chance would have it, here I am walking down the road, trying to walk to Albuquerque, right? And the same person that I helped out to get to the gas station stops and says, hey, you need a ride? And I said, yeah. Could you get me to a gas station now? Because my car broke down. She's like, oh, what? She's like, your nice little car. I was like, yeah. And she's like, oh, that sucks. So then we're going along. And I was like, yeah, I just need to like get to a phone and stuff. And then, you know, I could get some help out here and maybe, you know, get my car going and stuff. Cool. So we're going. I get dropped off at some random place. And I get dropped off at a hotel. Get there. Cool. It was not until I walked up to the thing, I had cash on me and everything. And she's like, no, I didn't have my ID. Somewhere along the way, I pulled my ID out of my thing, and it was in the car. So yeah, I spent like a good hour going hotel to hotel. Be like, hey, oh look, I could get you my ID in the morning. My car's like 3 or 4 miles down the road. I have cash on me. I'll leave, you know, more like double, you know, whatever deposit, you know, and I'll be back. No ID, no service. Boom. They would shut the thing on me. So I was like, oh man, this is gonna be a rough night, and it was. I ended up spending the night in Dunkin' Donuts. I ended up calling my girlfriend at the time, and they ended up coming all the way from El Paso and everything. And then, you know, we get there in the morning, my ID sitting there in the car, in the middle compartment thing, right? Then I'm like, well, I wonder what's wrong with this sucker, because I couldn't see anything. Freaking the middle of the night, it was dark as hell. There was no light. Before the age of cell phones, you know, I didn't have a flashlight, of course. And so we get there, we start looking at it, and it's like the motor's fried. Like you could just spin the fucking cams like with your hand. I'm like, you know what? Let's just take anything of value off the car, take my stuff, load it on your truck, and then fuck this car. And that's what I ended up doing. I just left that car there. That's my Albuquerque story. I fucking spent the night at a Dunkin' Donuts in Albuquerque because I forgot my ID in the car. What's up, Tommy Hargrove? Yeah, it's crazy how stuff happens like that. That was my story. Nothing, like I said, it was not actually nothing against Albuquerque. That was all my own stupid fault, being a young teenager and just, yeah. So I thought there was 3 of these shirts. There's only 2 of them. How long were you in El Paso? So I actually grew up in Roswell till like about first grade. I think is when I actually started in El Paso, and then I lived there till about halfway through the 8th grade, something like that. And then I moved away to Denver, and then it was like midway through my sophomore year, I ended up back in El Paso. And Yeah, so like then I went to a lot of the schools in the lower valley. So I went to Sanelli High School, Socorro High School, to Americas High School. Um, what was the name of that other school? Eastwood. Ah, I moved a lot, man. So it's that whole thing. So we want to get this design transferred. Now I just want to make sure I didn't have a third shirt. Because for some reason I remember a third shirt. Okay. I think it is only two shirts. Anyway, so here I'll try to show you guys the design they sent. Bring this up. So right here you can see I do like this. Hold it focus. I don't know how I can see that, but it's like a stereo. Whoa, why do I have two chats now? What the? Okay. Here you go. I can do it like this. See, it's like a stereo thing. It says 80s baby, 90s maybe. I don't know where they found this or what, but this is what they sent. They're gonna make some changes though, and they said if I could kind of put my own flavor on it or whatever. But it's like it's like a 90s party shirt basically. So what I'm gonna do to make it easy on myself, take my handy dandy pencil. I should probably sharpen this before I start. So in order to get the same, Airtot already knows. Um, Airtot already knows what's happening. Tommy Hargrove, and a whole chunk of lead just came out, so just got to start a new area for. Oh yeah, the skin tones. Honestly, skin tones, I like using the universal skin tone and the detail flesh tone. But then you tint them depending on the person you're painting. So you could actually tint the universal flesh tone with the detail flesh tone, but you could always use like some sand, peach, stuff like that. Just depends on the tone, on the person you're trying to paint or what you're trying to achieve. But the universal flesh tones is probably a really good base. I've found it like on some people you could use it straight out and it just, as long as you get your shading and stuff right, it looks really good. So. Alright, so yeah, Airtod. So the trick here is, right, we're gonna draw the little radio, and we want to make it the same on both sides. On both shirts, we want it to be we want the same design on both shirts. So you could, I guess, cut a stencil if you wanted to on this particular thing. It's these only two shirts, right? So I just asked and she confirmed it's only the two shirts. We're not expecting more to come in or anything like that. If more do come in, then we'll decide later. But I just kind of want to make these two shirts, make them the same. So what I've done is I put the medium down, then I overlaid the larger shirt. I think this is an extra large shirt over the medium, and then I kind of pressed it all out. I got the clips holding it down, and I'm just going to lightly sketch in the part that I want to be the same on both shirts, right? So in this case, it's this little radio. So we're just going to sketch it in real quick. And just because she sent this reference shot, it's a really easy way of doing it. And yeah, okay. So yeah, I'm just drawing out the design really lightly. The keyword here is lightly. I'm not trying to do anything crazy. So we have the stop button, the pause button, the play button, and a fast forward button. Right, like a real radio. You gotta make sure you plan out your buttons. Got the cassette area here. You could probably make it boom, and then make it look like there's a little cassette tape in there. Bam. They always had the labels going across the top. The little area where the reel went in. Bam. Right there. And then we got the big old subwoofer things. And then I remember they always came with like a tweeter up on the sides. Right. Boom. Like that. And then we want the handle. Because the whole thing about this was they made them run on big old D-sized batteries. And you had to buy like freaking 3 or 4 packs of D-sized batteries. And then you could go and jam out at the park, and then you would, like, your radio would last like a whole hour, and then after that you'd have to buy more batteries. Like if you wanted to listen to it at a decent volume where you could hear it. If you listen to it nice and low, yeah, obviously you'd get good use out of it. Now in this particular design there is a thing on the side here. So, I don't know. We'll just add it in. Just has this kind of little look to it. Bam. So, and then again on their design, they sent the one and it has the bricks effect on the back. So I'm going to pull out my brick stencil because that'll make that easy. And then we'll do the lettering in freehand. But all I want to do right now is mark off what we've drawn, right? So we could transfer it onto the other shirt. So I'm going to clean out this first little brush. Get some black here. One of these, I think this is the good black. Gonna make sure to shake it. You're good enough not to draw it out, wing it. I mean, I could. It makes it look a lot cleaner when you get that little sketch. That's all I think. I mean, yeah. If I was going for speed, I'd probably just done it, and if it was just one shirt, I probably would have just done it. But I think we could all benefit from doing it nice. Ugh. See here. This black is just a little thick from sitting, so I'm just going to throw a little bit of reducer in there. Yeah. And then shake it up real good. Just a little bit. I mean a little bit. I'm just going to throw a little squirt. Boom. So we're doing shirts. I don't want to make it super runny. I just want it to go back in there and break up, stuff. And then we'll shake it up real good. I actually need to go through and clean all these out and stuff. should not be that tight. It's just like stuck, it's glued on. Alright. So just do it quick. Get you guys in close. So all I want to do right now, if the lines are not like super perfect, that's okay. Because all I want to do is, again, all we're doing is transferring this radio image onto the next one. So onto the other shirt. Bam. And I guess we could transfer these right here. Just real quickly. So now we could take the extra large shirt off of there. Now this usually works really good if you're doing like a large order, right? And maybe even if you have a stencil, like you can mark off your stencil, then you just transfer it this way. And that way if you need to get like 15 shirts, 20 shirts or whatever. And sometimes I've stacked shirts up to 3 shirts at a time. And like I said, when you have to do a lot of shirts at once, it's a really easy way of getting it done like that. So I'm going to set this shirt up over here, and we'll be able to switch off as we need to for colors and such. What's up, Raul? How's it going? Cool. Then I can just go ahead and mark off here. So we just say stop button and play button. No, it was the stop button, the pause button, the play button, and the fast forward button. 4 buttons. 1, 2. So bam. Hit a little shadow right there. Appreciate it. Just so when we apply the colors, it kind of already has it. I probably should which one is which? This is the medium, And the medium is gonna say, oh, the medium shirt is 80s baby, 90s maybe. So, the 80s. The 80s baby, 90s made me. Okay. Let's leave it like that. Gonna have to switch off to a different brush. This one might be good for color, but I don't know about outlining with this one. I say that after I've finished outlining the whole shirt, of course, but it's having a little bit of issues. I've been neglecting my anthems. Alright, so anyway, 80s baby, 90s made me. So that's pretty much it on the outline on this. Switch back over to this other one. What do you use? The smaller shirt to the largest shirt is the best way. Yeah, that's the best way. Is usually because the smaller shirt's always going to go on tighter, and then the bigger shirt, is obviously going to be able to go over that a little easier. And then the extra large shirt is only going to say 90s baby, and then with the boombox. Okay. Oh, what do you use to clean out the airbrush? So I just like using soap, water. I have some in the spray bottle, but I also like in these brushes. Where did it go? I have a dedicated bottle with soapy water in it. That was just here. I just had it. But just soap and water works really good for rinsing out there it is. Between colors. Just soapy water, right? It's just water with soap, you see the bubbles? And I like using that to rinse in and out between colors. And then, you flush your paint out and everything. That works pretty good. If you have like a trouble or something, with the Createx paints, I know alcohol works pretty good to clean. And anything beyond that is like hot water. hot water with soap works really good to clean stuff. So. So let me get my get this light out of the way. Actually, it's nice. It's nice that it's bright. But, let me get it. Oh, that was the wrong one. Shit. There you go. That was my bad. There you go. And then I just need to get. I need to get in my drawer here. You guys are all up in the way right now. Move your asses out of the way so I can get to these stencils. Too much stencils. There it is. So again, see, this is exactly where this bricks kit is like made for, because every time, 40% of the time, every time, when I get asked for a t-shirt order, it involves some bricks. So let's see here, we're gonna use some. What does the picture have that she liked? Looks like black. Do black? Black bricks? I don't know about this. Should I leave them to the end? Should I do them now? Maybe we leave them to the end. It looks like they're black, and they do look okay-ish. Anyway, let's start with some yellow then. And yeah, let's just use that same airbrush I've been using. Was that dish soap? Yeah, I just like using the dish soap. I know I've used like reduced down Windex. That works really good too. Probably because it has alcohol in it. The problem with using alcohol sometimes is that it does kind of like make smells and everything, and I don't know. The dish soap is just cheap. I forget where I was going, what I was talking about. Yellow. We're just gonna start off with some of this. I think this is canary yellow. No, this is. Oh man, it's been too long since I ordered t-shirt paint. And we'll do some of this. Go on the inside of the letter. Set that off. Boom, boom. And then since we're doing them both at the same time, it's like this is the convenient part. Like if I was at a t-shirt shop, I'd just have them side by side, right? And I'd just be able to just go from one shirt to the other shirt real quick. right now. So I'm going to start off with this canary yellow, and then we'll probably switch off into some fluorescent yellow if there's any left in that bottle there. Probably put some in here. Should have done that on this one. Let me do it real quick. Cool. And then we'll switch colors. And I think I want to leave the yellow on that one. And I already have red here. Make sure it's still liquid, which it is. It works good. Make sure I unplug this hole. Always make sure your vent's unplugged. And if your airbrush does not work with the vent unplugged, there's something wrong with your airbrush. Yeah, alcohol works great. But the looks you get when you're at somewhere at an event doing shirts and stuff, and then you spray some alcohol. Oh, the looks, quite priceless. Alrighty. So we got some red. And we'll use the red pretty much on the lettering. I'm kind of just following the picture a little bit, but it did look nice, and that is what they wanted, so there's no reason to change it if it's already pretty good. Of course, throwing my own little flair on it, you know, bam, and then we're probably going to add some extra colors. Just red. And then we can probably put stop, play, pause, and fast forward. Do some sort of red label on it, boom, and then we'll make a red striped handle back. Cool. Repeat it on the other shirt. We're just gonna keep going back and forth. Back and forth, back and forth. I know how much you guys love t-shirts. Who doesn't love some t-shirts? I love some t-shirts. What's up, Michael Mitchell? How's it going? What's up, Alpha Sartino? And then the red label, we did stop, play, pause, fast forward. And when I I need to make some black. I need to reload the black. And add the lines. I forgot to put the lines in. What else did I do? Red. Oh, and the red handle. Cool. And then, because the other one has red at the bottom, I also want to do some red down here. So on this shirt, I'm gonna do kind of just, it's a 90s theme shirt, so you gotta kind of add some like shapes they're gonna mix in. So I'm just gonna kind of do like a triangle here. I'm gonna do like a zigzag type of deal here. Nothing too specific, because again, it's just kind of like writing on the wall kind of thing. And we'll do an X, right? And then when we add the other colors, we'll also do the same thing. And then when we add the brick print, it'll look like there's just kind of like some graffiti on the wall without there actually being graffiti. So it's kind of giving the impression of graffiti. Alright, so now we have the red finished on both of them, right? That's good, that's good. Cool. I'll do some purple. I do like the way that airbrush is working. But just, I gotta make sure all these are working good, so. There's already blue loaded in here, but some purple will probably look pretty good. I believe this is like raspberry. Is there any? There's nothing in there. Feels like there's something in there, but not. That's not purple. That's blue. So I need to grab some purple from over here. See what we got. See what we got. Purple. Right there. Let's see what else we got down here. Fluorescent green. Fluorescent yellow. I'll take some of that. What is this? Caribbean blue. Yes, that's one of my favorites. We already got some Caribbean blue. What is this? Deep blue. I don't think we'll need that. Turquoise, maybe, just in case. Let's grab that. Alright. I just have Createx paints everywhere, so in case you're wondering. I have all the lines, like, it's so ridiculous. It's just, there's not even a point in showing you guys. Alright, so what did I need? Purple. I'm just gonna clean these off real quick. So. This is the reason I wanted to build the spray booth. So everything getting covered in dust and constantly having to clean everything. Oh man. It was a pain. Alright, so here we got some transparent purple. Make sure to shake it up really good. Grab this bottle of purple. Okay. Can I blow through so? Yeah. Okay. Alright, left in there anyway. Let's get some purple in here. Sweet. This on there. That's good shaking. Ah. Alrighty. got a good spray. Clean off this paint. Cool. And then we got this purple piece here. Boom. And where's the phone? Very much purple on the one on that, but it has the handle in purple. Bam. Then we could do some nice purple rings. And this on the outside of these. Bam. Shade the bottom. Again, I'm just going to probably put like a square down here, just to add some purple, put a circle over here, and another zigzag figure over there. Bam. And then we'll go around the lettering, some purple. Boom. Just around that, maybe put one little quick stripe over that, boom. Repeat it on the other shirt. Rinse and repeat. Alright, boom. Start lettering down here, boom. No hot pink, hot green. They're coming. The radio is hot pink, and then I'm gonna do some hot green somewhere, and then I'm gonna do hot yellow, the fluorescent yellow inside some of this too. It's coming, man. We're building all the colors. It's a 90s theme party, so you know we're gonna make it pop. This is just kind of the beginning. Working through the purple colors, you know. Bam. Make sure AirTod's not distracting me. And see, on this one we could probably just add like a little triangle and a zigzag over here. Boom. Not too crazy. Remove this. Purple. Rinse out with my rinse bottle that is missing again. There it is. Let's do hot yellow first. Shift this up real good. So we'll do hot yellow, then we'll do some hot pink. The radio is hot pink itself, so and then we'll do some green, kind of outlining it, and then we'll throw our bricks in around the outside. If you really must know my plan, that's kind of where I'm going right now. I'm just trying to get. I have to work one color at a time, so I know you want to get ahead of me. Are you doing the wall black still? Yeah, I'm probably just gonna do it black. So we'll lay the hot yellow inside of this number. Okay. Inside the speakers. We use the regular transparent yellow. I think that's what that was. As kind of a shading for the hot yellow, I guess. When you lay the hot yellow over, everything looks really good. What? What happened?
Trying to help her fix her fridge. Just learned that they hired another supervisor.
Oh no.
No.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah. That's fixed too. That means Alita's going back to her old stuff.
Why? Okay. Okay. So then I'm bringing in that hot yellow off of the yellow that we did off the edges, right? So that'll brighten up the whole image. And a lot of the, like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of artists don't use a lot of the fluorescent colors on shirts. And to me, it's like, man, the fluorescent colors are what make it pop. So anytime you have a chance to throw those in, you're doing some shirts, it really does help just to pull customers in and stuff. So highly recommend if you've never done it. Just add some shapes around. The hot colors, it's nice to decorate with too as well because it makes it look nice and bright and poppy. So repeat the process. The other shirt. Cool. And then I could just switch right off into some hot green. I don't even have to rinse for that. Make sure it's flowing. Good shake. Now I'm a big fan of decorating the shirt, and like this customer even requested, like she's like, I just kind of want to like take up the whole front. And when you do like small designs like this, it's a great way to decorate without having to decorate. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do much to work for that, and it makes the shirt just a nice little bright and poppy shirt. Bam! Right? Do some of that, and then we'll do some nice little, just to kind of mix it up, some fresh print style, you know, just like boom, and then maybe we'll do, no, I don't think we need any green in there. Boom. Shapes down here. Start. And the green around. And so like when I'm doing these two, not every shirt is gonna get random shapes, obviously. This is kind of like a 90s party theme, so it just more like a confetti kind of a confetti tag, all kind of mixed in, just as a way of adding some flavor around. It doesn't have to be nothing perfect and stuff. But maybe on some shirts, I'll just bring in some dagger strokes, maybe some little swirls, a pinstripe, anything just kind of going across, and it'll make it makes a nice design, you know, a nice, you know, a nice smack on the top of the good stuff. So now I'll just switch off to some hot pink, which is not here. What the? Did I see hot pink down there, or did I not see hot pink down there? I did not see hot pink down there. I seen hot green and yellow. Where's the hot pink? Oh, it's right there. Wow, this is not working. Gotta clear out this tip real quick. Clear out the booger. I guess I had used it and I forgot to cap it, so now. Consequences and repercussions. That's what it is. I don't even need that much hot pink, but I need some hot pink. Put some hot pink in the radio. Boom. I did those stripes around there. I'm gonna do the stripes over here. Boom. Stripes around the numbers. Cool. last but not least, I think I want to mix in some of this blue here. Ooh, this is Caribbean blue. There, shape the buttons in that. We'll go around the yellow. Bam. Just as a way of finishing it off, you know, like the last smackaroon. And maybe we'll do some white after we do the bricks. And stuff like this, I don't know, sometimes white kind of kills it, but maybe just do a little bit of white highlights. I did have the nice light set up so you guys could see the colors really good, but it was kind of in the way, so I could put it back in a minute. And then go around. See, and just that whole combination of colors right there is kind of, it just always puts off that nice party 90s vibe. And if you do some nice block lettering like this and stuff, yeah, it's pretty much all day. So let me mix the black, or I mean load up the black here. Show some love to Mike with a like. Right on. He doesn't like likes, he likes super chats. No, I'm good. I'm just happy to be painting. I needed to get these done, and like I said, I'm always just live for you guys to watch. It's a two-way road, you know. I keep you entertained, you keep me entertained, and we go from there. So I'm just gonna bring these in really lightly with some black, right? Cause it's gonna kind of kill out the design a little bit. But we don't want to do that. We just kind of want to hit the edges. Boom. Bam. Simple. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, if I flip it that way, you get the light and then you get all the colors. So that's one shirt. I mean, we could add white highlights. I think we should add some white highlights. So let's do the other shirt and then we'll do some white highlights. Just to make it, see if we can make it pop or bling even more. I mean, it's already really bright and really poppy. And sometimes adding the white dulls that out, but you can always try. He'd rather paint shirt than sand. Yeah, exactly. That's where I'm at right now. I'd rather paint shirt than sand. That's actually the truth. I'm gonna have to sand regardless, so can only run for so long. So if you guys have ever ordered the brick stencil or needed one, this is how easy it is to achieve bricks with the one that I sell. And then I even include a texture that goes with it. so that you could do the texture, and that texture actually comes in handy for a lot of stuff later on. I kind of feel like maybe I should have used purple for that background, but it looks good. So let's load up some white. Like I know one of them's clear because I used it. Which one was it? Just shake this up before I pour some in the bottle. Yeah, I mean these shirts, nothing super complicated, but I know you guys like watching some shirts or seeing some shirts being made. Yeah, and I might have some big news having to do with shirts and stuff here in the coming weeks. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully it all works out. Just pouring it a little bit, probably a little more than I'm going to use. Let's throw one of these on. What's up, Dennis? How's it going? I don't know if I said hi to you or not already. Pink would also work on the outline. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I like how dark the colors look on the camera right now. Looks all super contrasted. So let's just do like the white highlight across there. Oh, and I need to do the black lines on this one. Didn't I load black? Yeah, I did load black. There, boom. Just to make the radio stand out. Boom. There you go. Flip it this way. Maybe the camera will adjust. Nope. So this is bright wet red. Where I'm looking, it's bright freaking red. When on the camera though, for some reason it's like super dark red. Maybe if I bring it closer, you can see it's like switching to a different red. I don't know. I don't know why it looks so dark. It's wild. It kind of does it. Like if I do it like quick, it's like bright, and then it goes dark. I don't know. Whatever. Let's highlight this other one. Now this one's, I don't know why this one looks better. You see how the red on this one actually looks really red? I don't know why it picks up the color better on this one than on that shirt. It doesn't make any freaking sense. Look at that. Why does this one look so much better? And actually, if I tilt it, like, it looks really dark. If I go like this, but even I have to like hold it in the exact sweet spot with the light. Now I'm just trying to find the sweet spot. No, I don't know. Anyway, you get the point. They look just some nice 90s party shirts or 80s party shirts. Came out badass. 83. Hell yeah, I was born in 86, so for sure. This shirt applies to me too. 80s baby, 90s made me. I was born in 86. I really don't remember anything from the 80s. Everything I remember is from the 90s. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for today's stream. I do have these overalls to do that are gonna match with it, but I mean, unless you guys want to watch that too. I should ask her if the back or the front of the overalls. Actually, it would be on the front, right? Okay, so this one's a little different, obviously, because it's a jean material. So first off, let me get a shirt board that'll fit this out of back here. I'm gonna have to clean this off. There it is. It's like, why not? I have to paint it anyway. You guys might as well hang out. Watch me paint it. I just like wiping all this stuff down before I put people's stuff on it so it doesn't get into overspray or anything. Alright, now I gotta wipe it again, but it's all good. This side just has like some stuff on it. Cool. Says the front of the overalls and anything you want having to do with the 90s theme. 1982, nice, James. Alright, so for all you guys in the chat, here's your chance to have input. Anything having to do with the 90s theme. So we already put a cassette radio on here, which I know that was one of my favorite things in the 90s. Was being able to have cassettes and being able to record stuff, just so easy. What is something else 90s themed that we could put on here? Any suggestions, thoughts, considerations, whatever you want to call it? I know one of you guys has to have a good idea of what to put on here. Sound good, you know? What's a good like, you know? Got a nice, and this is for a kid. This is kids overalls. I believe they're for a kid. I don't know. It might be a woman wearing them or some short dude. I don't know. But what, like, we have this little area right here. What could we put on here? Maybe put something across the pocket, and then we can make it have something, or we could put something on the legs, and then something up here. They're kind of letting me put whatever I want. 90s, it's a 90s theme party, so I think we should put a beeper or a pager, depending on where you're from. A Nintendo? Like a Nintendo controller? That'd be dope. He was born in 1958. Oof. Nice, nice. You went through some good eras. I mean, you were alive through the 90s though, so high top sneakers. I mean, yeah, you're right, but at the same time, it's like I think they could be wearing a high top. Like, what is like something 90s? Like the Nintendo controller. That's makes pretty sense, even though there's still Nintendos today. What is like 90s that you can't get anymore? Gold chains. Oh my god! All right, so we'll do a gold chain. A Walkman, bro. Okay. All right, I got the three things. We're gonna do a gold chain coming across, right? From the top here, going to the other side, a gold chain, and then we're gonna put a pager on one side, and then we're gonna put a Walkman with the headphones kind of hanging off on the other side, like if he has it on his belts. Boom, boom. CDs is a good one too. All right, so anyway, let's start with the gold chain. So we'll just use some chain links, and I'm gonna use white. Just go opaque white. And we're gonna base it in white. Right. The reason we're doing that is because it's a Jane thing, right? So we want it to pop. We want the colors to pop out on the blue jean material, and that means we have to put a little bit of white down just to get our transparent colors to look nice and bright on here. Boom. That's the layout for the basic chain. We'll let that dry for a sec. We're going to move down here. We'll do a beeper or a pager. Who remembers what pagers were, man? Right? And then on this side, we're going to do a Walkman. So he'll still have a cassette player on him, just a little bit different. Right? Boom. And the Walkman has to be gray. I remember that. Right? And then you gotta put the headphones going over the top. Bam. An arcade, yeah. I think though, a pager, a Walkman, and gold chains are pretty 90s. A CD is super 90s for sure. And if you would have said that just a little bit earlier, oh yeah. Beepers were the thing. Oh yeah, man. There was people who had like 3 or 4 beepers at once, and they'd be walking around, beep 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 beep. Then they'd have to find a payphone to go and call somebody. A flip phone. A flip phone is the thousands, though, isn't it? That was in the thousands. I don't think there was flip phones in the 90s. Pac-Man was pretty good. Anyway, this guy's ready for the party. He has his gold chain on. He has his beeper. He has his Walkman. This guy's ready for a party. I think we got the right things on here. So actually, what might help too is if I bring guys this way. Yeah, there you go. So you guys can actually see what I'm doing. I'll have to paint a little bit sideways. Maybe that's too much. There you go. So I'm just letting that dry for a second, and we're going to hit it with some more white. So the only reason I'm stalling. I could have hit it with the blow dryer while I was waiting, but there's no point. It'll dry, it'll dry. Boom. give him a medallion to his gold chain. A big, like, Mr. T style medallion. And inside this medallion, we're going to make it say 90s. And customers say, whatever you want, as long as it's within these boundaries. Like, this is what happens. Instead of just putting the radio, which I could have done, you know. It's like, oh, it doesn't matter? Awesome. Now, the Walkman, I don't know if you guys remember, obviously it had a space for a cassette to insert it, and then it had the buttons. Which it's kind of what made a Walkman so satisfying to use, is that you had to push those big old buttons, clack, clack, you know, the tape would start playing, and then if you didn't have your headphones on, you could actually hear, you know, the Walkman working. Gotta make it like a clock, like Flavor Flav. Alright. Just making sure this white's nice and bright before we move on, so that when we lay our colors over it, they'll be nice and bright as well. Can always go back and do some white highlights, so not a big issue. Alright, so from there, I'm going to take a little bit of black, and we're just going to kind of gray in the Walkman, just because that's easy. And then I'm going to take some red, it's loaded already. We're going to kind of outline some things. In order to make this stuff kind of stand out, right, we're going to outline it with some red before we do the black and outlining stuff. And that'll just make this stuff really pop out. We're also going to throw some other colors in there. Just red is going to be the first line of defense. It's also kind of dark enough that it'll give us a good contrast point. Yellow. Pager hanging from the pocket. Yeah, the pocket's right here, and I don't want to put it right in front of the pocket because there's this rip right there, right? Obviously, so I just moved it a little bit away from the pocket. Yeah, if I would have put it like way over here, it would have been too small. So just hanging kind of from the belt. That's how I remember a lot of people having them. In your belt line, you know. On your pants, that's how a lot of people have them. That's how people were able to have 3 or 4 of them. Just dangling around. People that had no business owning a freaking beeper had beepers. It's like, bro, why? What are you on call for? Who's gonna call you and as an emergency? You're gonna have to get right back to it. Like, I don't know who you waiting on. You on call for the hospital? That's all. Some people that had no. So then I'm going to bring in some purple here just to kind of shade in the beeper a little bit. I tried to catch it before I felt myself dropping and I tried to catch it and I still dropped it. Do is just go back with the white. Now that we have the bricks in, right, I could do some designs over the bricks and we could color those in. I'm probably going to use some bricks in this as well. Come in, we'll do some a little bit of a circle action there, bam, maybe some triangle action over here, boom, maybe one over here, bam, maybe some zigzag action right up in the middle there, another little circle up there, boom, and maybe one more zigzag right here, bam. So kind of go back. Edges. Get out the ring, turn around, People used to make him go off in school to pretend like someone was paging him. That was so silly, bro. It was a silly trend, for sure. Alright, so I'm just going to bring this hot green down in the waistline here. Kind of make it like a strip down, bam. Hey, too crazy. And we're going to color some of these in. That one and that one. And then we're going to color in the screen on the beeper. We're going to do hot green first. And I'm going to rinse out. We're going to come in with the pink again. Here, that guy, this guy, and that. Color in the beeper. Does anybody remember their beeper company? What company did you use? It'd be funny to put a little beeper logo on there. Cool. We'll let that dry for a sec. We can re-hit it. Cool. So I'm just going to use some black here. Motorola. Oh my gosh. All right. we'll throw that in there. Oh my gosh. I almost had a brain fart moment there for a sec. Actually, I think I did have a brain fart moment. Yep, I'm a dummy. AT&T. Well, it's nice to know a lot of you guys in the chat had beepers. Alright, here's another question then. So I have this gold chain, this gold medallion here in the center. And I'm going to obviously come back and highlight some stuff, but I want to Put something in the middle. What do you guys think it should be? Let's just to see what kind of answers we get. A dog tag? No, I can't change the shape of it. Like, what should I put in the middle? That means Snities. Dollar sign's a pretty good one. Dollar sign's a good one. It's kind of cliche too, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, it does make sense. Bam. So we're gonna leave that black loaded. I'm gonna come back in, highlight some stuff. And here's a simple trick too, is when you got something like this and you want to make it look like diamonds or something, you can just add some nice dots. I'm going to clean these airbrushes really good. Those are kind of old. I'm using the same ones since I moved here 10 years ago. 11 years ago now? I don't know. Like, literally never. Well, I've replaced a couple nozzles, and a couple of them got dropped, and they're in disrepair. They got bent. And it might be time to order some nozzles finally. Nothing too crazy, right? kids ready for the 90s. Alright, so the pager, I'm going to flip this over this way. And I'm going to make it say, call me. On the pager. Bam. Oh, man. See the same thing on this one. If I put it more like this, there you go. If I put it more, well, it was. Like I have to catch. I have to feel like I have to have it flat. Like I have to catch the light for it to properly show. It looks so freaking dark. See, look, if I zoom in, right, and then if I zoom out, it's like, oh, bright, and then it's like dark. I don't know. Anyway, that'll do for this kid. It's just a quick little shirt. I mean, not really charging too much for these. These are pretty quick, fast, and we got them all done. So that's it for today. I'm gonna go get some lunch because it's right about lunchtime, and then I'm gonna come back and sand my ass off for the rest of the day. So yeah, hopefully you guys liked that stream. Just some quick shirts, just a quick little t-shirt order that showed up. Yeah, and there might be some more news, like I said, regarding t-shirts and stuff here coming soon. I'm gonna get out of here. You guys have a good one, and yeah, we'll see you guys later. Bye bye, everybody.